Dear students, now we find the derivative of parametric functions in this differentiation unit. If two variables x and y are defined separately as functions of variable t, then this t is called as parameter. For example, if we take x is equal to cos theta and y is equal to sin theta, x is equal to a cos theta, a cos t, and y is equal to a sin t, which we called as parametric functions of parameter t. If we find a relation between x and y, then by squaring and adding we get x square plus y square is equal to a square, and this relation is called as a functional relation between x and y. Means given a function x in variable t and y in variable again another function in t, then these two functions are called as parametric functions and t is called as a parameter. Now we take a theorem in question format which is asked in board exam. If x is equal to ft and y is equal to g of t are differentiable functions of t, so that y is a differentiable function of x, then prove that dy upon dx is equal to dy by dt divided by dx upon dt, provided dx upon dt is not equal to 0. Now let us try to write the solution or proof of this theorem. Given x is equal to f of t and y is equal to g of t, which are the functions of t. So let us start the line. Let delta t, delta x and delta y be the small increments in t, x and y respectively. Here we also assume that delta t and delta x, they are not equal to 0 because they are the small increments. Now consider the incrementary ratio delta y upon delta x. Consider the incrementary ratio delta y upon delta x. We can write it as delta y divided by delta t and whole divided by delta x upon delta t in this manner. Now taking limit as delta t tends to 0 on both sides, we get सर्वांना दोघा साईडला लिमिट लावायचे delta t tends to 0. Now separate limit on numerator as well as denominator. So we take it as limit delta y upon delta t, limit delta x upon t. On the contrary, here is the limit delta t tends to 0, but we have to incrementary ratio is delta y upon delta x. So as delta t tends to 0, we have delta x tends to 0. Why? Because x is a function of t, means as delta t tends to 0, x must be tending to delta x must be tending to 0. So that's why we change the left limit, limit delta x tends to 0, limit delta x tends to 0, delta y upon delta x is equal to limit numerator as well as limit denominator. Equation number 1 we have to given, but first line of the theorem is given that x and y are differentiable functions of t. So we have limit delta t tends to 0, delta x upon delta t is equal to dx upon dt, means this limit exists and finite. So we write this limit as dx upon dt. Similarly, we write dy upon dt as limit delta y upon delta t tends to 0. This limit is also existing. Now from equation 1, we put these values. We put these values of limits on the RHS side of 1. So we got equation 3 now. Limit delta y upon delta x tends to 0 is equal to limit dy upon dt divided by dx upon dt. Now in this equation 3rd, we observe that RHS exists and is finite. So LHS also exists and is finite. Means this side, left hand side exists, means limit value. What that limit? Limit delta x tends to 0, delta y upon delta x is equal to dy upon dx. Now put this value in equation number 3. We got dy upon dx is equal to dy upon dt divided by dx upon dt. So that is the proof of derivative of parametric functions, or the proof for the rule dy upon dx is equal to dy upon dt divided by dx upon dt. Now we see some examples. Example number 1. Find dy by dx if x is equal to a cos theta a into 1 minus cos theta and y is equal to b into theta minus sin theta. First of all, we find the derivative of y with respect to theta. So for this given y differentiating with respect to theta, we get dy upon d theta is equal to b into derivative with respect to theta, write the whole term, theta minus sin theta. So take the derivative of theta, it is 1. Derivative of sin theta, it is cosine theta. So what is the derivative? Dy upon d theta is equal to b into 1 minus cosine theta. So give it as equation 1. Also x is given. Differentiating both sides with respect to theta, we get dx upon d theta is equal to a into the derivative of 1 minus cosine theta. So we got derivative of 1 minus cos theta is a multiplied by 0 minus sin theta, means it is plus sin theta. So we got the equation 2nd. So according to the rule of derivative of parametric functions, dy upon dx is equal to dy upon d theta divided by dx upon d theta, which is equal to, put the values from 1 and 2. One value, that is b into bracket 1 minus cos theta divided by, second equation put a into sin theta. Now 1 minus cos theta is, here is 2 sin square theta upon 2, and second one is sin theta value 2 sin theta upon 2 into cosine theta upon 2. So here is cancellation of sin theta upon 2 and sin theta upon 2. So dy by dx is equal to b upon a into tan theta upon 2. This is the final answer. Now we have to take the second one. Example, find dy by dx if x and y are given parametric functions of t, and we find dy by dx at x is equal to, at t is equal to 1. Means in first example, if theta is given, then we have to find dy upon dx at theta given. Now for the second example, let us see. Given x is equal to t square plus t plus 1. Differentiating both sides with respect to t, we get dx upon dt is equal to 2t plus 1. Give it as equation 1. Secondly, y is given sin pi t upon 2 plus cosine pi t upon 2. Differentiating both sides with respect to t, we get dy upon dt. Derivative of sine is cosine, but by using chain rule, we write the derivative of this pi t upon 2 with respect to t, means it is pi 2 upon cosine pi by 2 multiplied by pi upon 2, कारण टीचं डेरिव्हेटिव्ह 1 होतं आहे, मायनस कोसाईनचं डेरिव्हेटिव्ह तुम्हाला मिळतं इथं मायनस साईन पाय टी अपॉन 2 मल्टिप्लाइड बाय पाय अपॉन 2. सो dy बाय dt इज इक्वल टू, जर आपण इथं कॉमन काढून घेतला पाय बाय 2 तर कोसाईन पाय टी अपॉन 2 मायनस साईन पाय टी अपॉन 2. गिव इट ॲज नंबर 2. बाय रूल dy upon dx is equal to dy upon dt dx upon dt. Put the values 1 and 2. 2 value is at numerator, pi 2 pi upon 2 multiplied by in bracket cosine pi t divided by 2 minus sin pi t divided by 2. At the numerator denominator 2t minus 2t plus 1. Now this is our final answer, but in the question we ask find dy by dx at t is equal to 1. So finally we put dy by dx at t is equal to 1. It is equal to, so put t is equal to 1 in this equation. So pi by 2 multiplied by cosine pi by 2 minus sin pi by 2 divided by 2 into 1 plus 1. Simplify or put the values of sin pi by 2 and cosine pi by 2. Cosine pi by 2 it is 0 minus 1 and denominator is 3. So it is numerator minus pi by 2 divided by 3, means final answer is dy by dx at t is equal to 1, which is equal to minus pi upon 6. Now in these two examples we need the formula. In first example the variable or parameter is theta, in second example the parameter is t. So change the formula. Here is formula dy upon dt dx upon dt, but at the time first example dy upon d theta divided by dx upon d theta. So remember it, when functions are given in parametric form, then use the parametric function rule for the same variable. Okay, thank you. Student can see the examples from books, that is solved examples. There are, I think, 5 to 7 examples are given in the book, so please refer that examples. Thank you.